Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News, where every update could be a game changer for your financial future. Today's report covers a surprising development that has caught the attention of dinar holders and currency watchers alike. If you've been holding on to Iraqi dinar or simply keeping tabs on the currency's potential revaluation, then this could be the moment that shifts everything. Bank of America, yes, one of the largest and most established financial institutions in the United States, has officially started accepting Iraqi dinars for exchange. This isn't a theory, it's not a rumor, it's real. The question now is, could this be the start of the long-anticipated ERV? What's behind this sudden move, and what could it mean for Iraq's economy and your investments? Let's explore what's happening. Bank of America's decision to allow dinar exchanges is a major signal. For years, dinar investors have waited for a clear, undeniable step forward, and seeing a bank of this size and reputation enter the equation changes everything. This move adds legitimacy to what was once seen as fringe speculation. It's now a formalized transaction available to the public, though with certain conditions. While not every branch may offer this service, customers in select locations are already reporting successful exchanges. A shift like this doesn't happen casually. Large financial institutions act based on thorough analysis, legal oversight, and anticipated demand. The question everyone's asking is, why now? To answer that, we need to look at Iraq's current economic trajectory. Over the last few years, Iraq has steadily rebuilt its economy through infrastructure projects, tighter fiscal policies, and increased international engagement. The country is no longer just a conflict zone. It's becoming a player in regional development. Positive indicators such as increased oil exports, modernization of financial systems, and a push toward attracting foreign investment have all contributed to growing international interest. Bank of America's decision to start facilitating exchanges might be a reflection of this progress. It suggests that major players believe the dinar's value could climb, especially if Iraq continues down its current path. So, how exactly does this process work at Bank of America? It's relatively simple, but with some key points to consider. First, not every branch will offer this service, so it's important to call ahead or check their official website. If you're eligible, bring your dinars in good condition. Bills must be undamaged and clearly legible. Banks typically will not accept torn or defaced notes. Once at the branch, you'll complete the necessary forms and the transaction will be reviewed and processed. This can take a little time, especially if the notes need to be verified for authenticity. Some branches may charge service fees, so it's wise to ask in advance about any applicable costs. What makes the timing so interesting is that Iraq has just announced a massive housing initiative, aiming to build 5 million residential units over the next 5 years. That level of expansion demands extensive funding, infrastructure support, and robust banking systems. When a country plans projects on this scale, it often signals long-term confidence in its economy. These kinds of national strategies don't just appear. They're part of coordinated efforts to attract foreign investment and strengthen the currency. It's possible that Bank of America's move is part of an early-stage alignment with what Iraq is planning to achieve on a national level. Despite the excitement this brings, it's crucial to stay grounded. As of the current date in the USA, there has been no formal revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. Iraq's official exchange rate remains unchanged, and there are no public confirmations from the central bank regarding any imminent adjustment. However, moves like Bank of America's recent decision suggest that something could be evolving behind the scenes. When major institutions begin offering services that were previously unavailable, it often hints at growing confidence or preparation for change. If other large banks begin following Bank of America's lead, this momentum could start to build quickly, just like the early phases of cryptocurrency adoption, where small groups of believers were soon joined by big-name firms. Investors should also keep in mind that all currency investments come with risk. A country's currency value can be influenced by political instability, natural disasters, shifts in oil prices, or sudden economic reforms. Iraq's past has been volatile, but there's also growing optimism for its future. Iraq is among the top oil producers globally and holds vast, untapped natural resources. It also has a young, ambitious population and is located in a key strategic region. These factors all contribute to the belief that the dinar could appreciate over time, but it's not guaranteed. That's why experts often advise diversification. Balancing your holdings with more stable assets like the US dollar or euro can reduce exposure and protect your portfolio. Many have speculated about Iraq's possible launch of a digital version of the dinar. At this point in 2025, there are no fully operational digital dinar systems in place. While there are discussions and early-stage pilots being explored, Iraq still heavily depends on physical currency, especially outside urban centers. Banking infrastructure continues to develop, and a large portion of Iraq's population remains unbanked. Till major structural upgrades are completed, physical dinar notes remain the primary method for transactions and any future exchange. When preparing for an exchange at Bank of America, understanding potential fees is important. Some branches may charge a flat rate for currency conversion, while others might deduct a percentage from the total transaction. This can vary by region and branch policy. It's also wise to compare rates with other banks and credible foreign exchange providers, but always proceed cautiously, especially online. Unverified currency exchange services often target dinar holders with unrealistic offers or hidden fees. Stick with reputable, federally insured financial institutions, and always verify before handing over your notes. Looking at the broader economic landscape, Iraq has gradually moved from recovery toward development. Its government continues to implement reforms, solidify trade relations, and work with international bodies such as the World Bank and the IMF. Investors are already stepping in, particularly in sectors like housing, energy, and infrastructure. As Iraq's internal conditions stabilize, the strength and legitimacy of its currency could follow. This growing interest is no longer confined to small online communities. It's now reaching institutional levels of recognition. If you already own Iraqi dinar, your next steps depend on your personal goals. First, inspect your currency. Make sure it's clean and in good condition, as damaged notes might be rejected. Second, call your nearest Bank of America branch to confirm whether they handle dinar exchanges. Bring a valid ID, your currency, and ask for current rates and any processing fees. If you're comfortable with the offered rate and your financial plan supports it, you may decide to exchange. If not, you can continue to hold and monitor developments. To stay informed, consider using real-time financial tools like currency tracking apps and setting up custom alerts for news related to Iraq's economy. Watch for updates on infrastructure projects, international trade deals, or government changes, all of which can influence the value of the dinar. Above all, stay cautious, stay educated, and don't let emotion guide your choices. Whether or not this is the long-awaited RV moment, the fact that Bank of America has taken this step forward is significant. It means doors are opening and the global financial community is starting to pay closer attention.